What's up, everybody? Matt Gajeski here, back again with the Stokastic YouTube channel. And today I am talking preseason DFS. It is Saturday, August the 20th. We have a 3-game slate this morning, and we are going to dive into all the positions and all the players you need to know ahead of today's slate. Before we get started, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when this and all other content goes live. We're also brought to you today by PrizePicks. And if you've never heard of PrizePicks, they're daily prop-based contests. There's no sharks, no optimizers, no mass entries. You just create lineups of player props, and you can do lineups up to 5 players where you can 10x your entry fee. If you use the promo code OSMO, you are going to get a match deposit bonus up to $100. You can click the link in the video description below or use that promo code. Again, it is OSMO, and take advantage of that first match deposit bonus up to $100. All right. Diving into today's slate, we are going to go position by position. It is a 3-gamer, and you'll notice there's a common theme. We have one team that is significantly more narrow than the others, and that is Denver. They are not playing their starters in the preseason, at least in week 2. You're not going to see Russell Wilson. You're not going to see Javonte, Melvin. You're not going to see Sutton, Judy, probably not even KJ Hamler, who's still rehabbing an injury from last year. That means the quarterback position is condensed to just 2 players. It's Brett Rippon and Josh Johnson. In week 1, Rippon played 33 snaps. Johnson played 35. There will be a slight preference towards Johnson in this situation. He is a little mobile. He's a bit up there in his career now. He's age 36, I believe. But once upon a time, he did have mobility, and I think that is still there in some degree. Rippon's more of your pocket passer. He's going to be your third-string quarterback. I think they literally just split this half for half. The other teams on this slate are going to be playing at least 3 quarterbacks. With the exception of maybe Detroit. I think you see 2 quarterbacks there. That's going to be Tim Boyle and David Blau. Not as much mobility as Josh Johnson. I think if you're playing one of them, it's probably Blau, 42 snaps to 27 for Tim Boyle. But again, still a preference to the Denver side. Ultimately, this is a tougher quarterback slate than we've seen recently. So I will stick with the Denver signal callers for now, with a slight lean towards Detroit if you're getting a little deeper. At the running back position, we also have to talk Denver. Again, we're not going to see Javonte. We're not going to see Melvin. And they only have 3 backs on the roster, 2 of whom were signed last week. That's Jaquan Hardy and Stevie Scott. They split the snaps pretty evenly between these players last week. You had Mike Boone at 14, Jaquan Hardy 15, and Stevie Scott at 18. Stevie Scott also led the team in routes from the running back position, so he will be the slight preference here. Outside of that, I think you can get to some other players here. Buffalo looks like they're going to play their starters a little more if we listen to Coach speak. Jamar Jefferson is an interesting player for Detroit. He had 29 snaps in week 1. And from there, the rest are GPP plays. Washington is going to have at least 5 backs healthy. Kansas City is going to have 6. You can see it gets pretty crowded pretty quick outside of Detroit, and then a situational running back outside of that situation. I like Jamar Jefferson. At wide receiver, we're going to start with Denver again. They have the fewest healthy receivers at 7. Now, you won't see Sutton, Judy, or Hamler. Tyreek Cleveland has also been dealing with an injury, so that should leave just 7 players on the field. The player that actually saw the most routes in week 1 was Brandon Johnson, but they still are evaluating players like Montrell Washington, who's a camp body who's received a ton of hype here. I think outside of Brandon Johnson, you can look to Montrell Washington or even a Kendall Hinton. Hinton does appear to have locked up his roster spot, at least according to beat reporters, but still 26 snaps for Hinton in preseason week 1. He's right up there among the leaders in playing time. I think those are players you want to focus on. From there, in the Buffalo situation, I think you're only going to get the starters for a few series, maybe just 1. That means you're going to see a lot of Khalil Shakir. You're going to see a lot of Isaiah Hodgins. Hodgins had a 77% route share in preseason week 1. He's certainly a player we want to focus on. And then from there, on the Indianapolis side, you're getting Michael Strachan back, and he's a player that could get out there and rival like a Desmond Patton. So those are just a few GPP plays you should be considering. And tight end, this is a complete dumpster fire as usual. There is one situation that's more narrow than the rest. That's Washington. Essentially, their entire tight end core is hurt right now. They actually had to move players around in practice because they didn't have enough bodies for their scout team. You're not going to see Logan Thomas, John Bates, Cole Turner, or Curtis Hodges, all of whom are dealing with injuries. That means Sammis Reyes, Armani Rogers, and Eli Wolf are the 3 tight ends that are healthy for this team. And last week, they actually only played 2 tight ends. Eli Wolf only got 2 snaps. So everything else was complete between Curtis Hodges and Armani Rogers. Rogers had 26 snaps and 16 routes. He's a converted quarterback from the college game, went to Ohio. He's a player that we could see in an elevated snap share. So while tight end, it's the usual dumpster fire, low projection, volatile position. Armani Rogers does project slightly better than some of the other tight ends on this slate, so he will be the slight preference. As usual, defense, you want to spread your exposure here, but I think when you look at some of these teams, Buffalo stands out. They're actually playing their starters a little bit today. In terms of Vegas odds, they're 5-point favorites. That's the biggest on this slate. I'll go the Buffalo Bills for favorite defense, but still trying to spread exposure. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, who you like today in the preseason games, favorite DFS plays. I'll make sure to get back to you. I am Matt Kajeski on Twitter at Matt_Kajeski. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you again next time.